Some say the love we get from animals runs deeper than any bond between people. It's raw, honest, and completely unconditional. But how do you know when you've truly earned their love? Stay with us through the end and let little Keelan and her pit bull show you. Keelan and her pup grew up side by side. They knew each other's moods, needs, and rhythms. So when Keelan fell ill, his eyes never stopped searching for her. Though they were separated briefly during her treatment, nothing healed them faster than reuniting again. Love was the medicine they both needed. Back in 2010, Spanish motorcycle racer Joan Lascora adopted an unlikely friend, a cheetah. Their bond was rare even then. 2 years later, Joan suffered a devastating crash at 200 kilometers per hour, leaving him paralyzed. But even after the accident, his cheetah showed unshakable patience, always matching his slower pace, staying close by his side. They say elephants never forget, and it's true in the case of Derek Thompson. He left his job as a firefighter in Toronto to care for elephants in Thailand, but after a family emergency forced him away for over a year, his reunion with his beloved elephants was heart-melting. Here's a curious fact. Pigs have excellent memories. Miguel the pig never forgets the humans who've cared for him. That's why his face lights up at the sight of his old caregivers. Meanwhile, a diver formed an unexpected friendship with a smallmouth bass he named Elvis. Dive after dive, Elvis returns to greet him, swimming close, almost like a loyal dog. And meet the man who somehow turned turkeys into cuddle buddies. They follow him, hug him, and show him affection in the most surprising ways. One zookeeper, Mario, was nearing the end of his life. His final wish? To say goodbye to the animals he'd spent years caring for. And one by one, they came to see him off, offering gentle kisses, nose touches, and silent goodbyes. Then there's Munya, a bear who survived years of abuse in Ukraine's entertainment industry. Her life changed when a kind man adopted her and gave her love and care. But as she grew, her needs became too big for him. He reluctantly gave her up to a sanctuary, where she thrived. Months later, their reunion was all playful nuzzles and gentle bites. Her way of saying, "I missed you." In a small village in China, a water buffalo named Niu Niu became fiercely protective of a young woman named Chen, who'd cared for him as a promise to her father. Even after she left for college, he still treated her like family every time she returned home. Another pup was born without sight or hearing, yet somehow he always knew when his human came home. No senses, but all heart. Studies now show what pet lovers already knew. Animals ease pain, stress, and anxiety. Hospitals around the world are learning that a visit from a furry friend can sometimes do what medicine cannot. In the UAE, a man founded Roxu, and his favorite companion, Koba, waits patiently during his long trips away. Their bond never fades, no matter the distance. Luna, the Black Panther, was raised with love, not fear. Though she has the instincts of a hunter, she only ever pounces to play with her human. Dean Schneider runs a wildlife sanctuary in Africa. One of his closest companions, a lioness named Nala, grew up and was rewilded. Still, when he calls, she returns, and sometimes she even brings her lion friends along. In Thailand, an elephant named Pha Mai has never stopped trying to keep her caretaker close. When Lek tried to leave, Pha Mai would wrap her trunk around her, hoping she'd stay. In Belgium, Wendy had to move her beloved ostrich, Flutter, to another farm after he injured another bird. They were apart for 7 months, but when she returned to bring him home, the reunion was pure joy. Jamie, a vet student, worked at a rhino orphanage for years. The young rhinos, Nandi, Tula, and Nettie, saw her as a mom, and even after she left, that love stayed strong. Some people raise buffaloes like babies. One woman rescued a calf named Hank, and even after having her own child, Hank still craved her attention, still followed her around. In Brazil, a man saved a Magellanic penguin covered in oil. The bird, now named Jing Jing, travels thousands of miles, but always returns to visit the man who saved his life. A chimpanzee once used for tourist photos was rehomed after biting someone. Now free, he never forgot the caretaker who showed him compassion during the toughest time of his life. And then there's a loyal donkey who rushes to greet his human every holiday, as if he'd been counting the days. If you dive often, you'd want a companion like Sunny the fish. Over 40 dives, Sunny brings the divers seashells as tokens of affection. Their connection is undeniable. Pumpkin the blind fox waits all day for her human. Her world may be dark, but her heart knows when love comes through the door. Even big cats need love. One man raised a cougar like a kitten, and even months apart couldn't shake that bond. She still snuggles like a house cat. Hyenas have a bad reputation, but Dean raised one who proved that even their laughter can mean love. And after years apart, she still remembered. A man was warned not to adopt a wolf, but he believed he could earn its trust. A year later, after releasing it into the wild, he called and it came back. A young chimp named Mano hadn't seen his caregiver since lockdown. Their first post-pandemic hug was pure emotion. Darcy, a pet cockatiel, was treated like family, celebrating holidays together. After her owner missed one 4th of July due to illness, their reunion was all cuddles and patriotic whistles. A sloth named Noah is treated like royalty, served his food like a king, and returning that love every chance he gets. They once found a raccoon raiding the trash. They named her Via, and she became a beloved family member. Especially attached to her dad, she always knows when he's back from a trip. Instead of a house cat, one family got a lynx. Sure, she's 10 times the trouble, but also 10 times the snuggles when she misses you. They adopted a binturong, also known as a bear cat. Listed as vulnerable, this one hates being caged and craves cuddles when apart from her humans. Taking care of big cats isn't easy, but the emotional rewards are huge. One caretaker's love lasted years beyond retirement. A volunteer's day might include jogging with a rhino named K2, bottle feeding him under blankets, and playing at sunset. But even rhinos grow up. K2 was rewilded, but he never forgot the person who raised him. Some kids go to school every day with their rooster following them like a shadow. Every morning, same ritual, same love. The hardest part of being a soldier isn't the danger, it's the leaving. But every return is rewarded with the most genuine, overjoyed welcome. And camels, they may look grumpy, but when their herder returns, they burst into happy squeals. Which animal story touched your heart? Let us know in the comments. And if you'd like to feel more, subscribe and keep watching. These stories are just the beginning.